Thy smoke mistress is here. All my darlings and dears. Friends, rodents, community persons, lend her thine ears. Well, welcome, welcome. Well, come. Come one, come all. Here, then, is the onset of a match between two of my dear friends who have just jumped into the alternative winners bracket. Stars and Mithramiz. Oh, I know not for whom to root, but in our hash, at any rate, we have a fireball snake, a waving thingy-bob, a springing dragon, and a blue orb. Oh. 2 6-letter enemies. Not sure how well that bodes, but we shall see. Oh, we've got a countdown. Race is about to begin in 5, 4, 3, and of course the obligatory delay it will take to get on over. The gate has been dropped. The rats have been released. So, will they go west, or will they go east? I think we already know the answer to that question. And we are off. Oh well. Everybody goes west at the beginning. You know, as they say, always bet on west. Unless you manage to somehow find some super missiles somewhere in Ceres Station. In that case, bet on east, but be really careful. Actually, you won't get very far either. Oh, we've got Stars using Moonfall on down the climb. Mithra not doing so this time, and so falling just a teens behind. And so Stars will be the first on down. What items will we encounter first? We'll encounter... Oh, most everybody's least favorite starting item. The Nice Beam. The Dark Beam. Runs have been validated. Dark Style. And, oh, yep, Mithra with that muscle memory, forgetting he did not have Morph and shooting out the block, going for it. Real quick there. For a moment. Stars, oh, accidentally killing the Rio there. They were trying to freeze it to get the jump on up. Oh, Mithra manages to get it on the D-boost, and thereby, wow, look at that sync. It's the exact same picture as well. Thereby Mithra taking just a teensy lead, and once again, sync on the item and the stream there. There's our first E-tank, giving us a count of 1 and 0. Construction Zone will be the next stop. It's vanilla missiles. Not such a bad find with no ammo whatsoever off the bat. Blue Bryn, far right. The planet has awoken. As someone pointed out in one of the early 2017 tournament races I just watched and re-archived, In the vanilla game, of course, the planet does not awaken until you are spied by the little eyes and take the trip back on up the elevator. And then, of course, the inner Cray and Blue Bryn music, real music, starts. And whereas in Randomizer, you just have to get the first item and go into the Christmas tree room, and that's pretty much it. Oh. Both stars having turned off the ice beam save a little time with the pirates. This is usually a good policy to adhere to. Mithra keeping the ice beam on for the moment. So. And our next stop will be the bomb thingy. That's... Welcome, Sheldon. Well, I'll be a daughter of a bee. If it isn't vanilla bombs. We have a bomb Terizo fight. Legitimate. That's a Terizo. We've got the bombs, and it has melted out of the statue. Oh, fantastic. So, Bomb Terizo, mini-boss of Crateria, with 800 HP altogether. So, and super missiles do double damage on it. They unfortunately have no supers, but if they did, they could use 2 supers or 2 missiles and a super. Usually the preferred method. And Mithra shooting the Terizo's head off just before it dies there. Which happens if you knock it down to under 100 energy before killing it. Oh. But yes, that is the mini-boss of Crateria. Crateria being the only one of 6 major areas in the game that does not have a maxi boss, or mega boss, or major boss. And also does not have a Ghidorah, the Eye Door. Hey, stars down the tumbler through the Mushroom Kingdom. Mithra in lukewarm pursuit. A second pack of missiles. Not the Terminator thus far. Seed a bit hesitant with the ammo. No way thus far to check a number of things. Can't look at the back of Gauntlet without power bombs. They could have gone to Cavity Dental or Old Mother Brain. Oh, Plasma on the early Super's ground floor. That's going to put some big old power in their beam. And we'll see if Stars elects to turn Ice back on. Oh, it's not totally necessary. Especially with the addition of Plasma. Let's see what Bryn Reverse has to offer. Ooh, missiles followed by, what do you know, missiles. Okay, Mithra not quite getting the Mock Ball, but picking up the Plasma Beam instead. And E-Tank number 2 at Ron Popeil M2. Alright. Mithra's still just a little late on that morph to get the Mock Ball. Stars, having already picked up the early Supers item up here, will descend and pick up their Plasma Beam. Nicely done. So unfortunately, Mithra is not quite getting the momentum as he hits the floor and is not quite pulling off the immediate roll. There. Well, he has the plasma beam. That is, though he's unaware of it, that is the most important thing in this room. No supers or power bombs yet. Stars are through the Decora Dance Hall. Stars, and validate their run with the help of the big pink mid-missiles item, Spling Ball. And Mithra's still going for the Mock Ball. I hope he doesn't invest too much time in this to have it be a disappointment in the end. But Stars, with the help of regular bombs, is check. Hello, beautiful! Checks the charge beam item, and what do we get but a beam? This is a beam seed, thus far. Plural conjugation. Ta-da! Smoky indeed beams with pride. Oh, Mithra's still going for it here. It's oof. It's just, unfortunately, just opening that gap a little wider and wider. Oh, but he abandons the mock ball for now. Is the wise choice, already having gotten the plasma beam. And will set foot through the Decora Dance Hall. And Stars is through the conservatory here, up into the, what did I call this? The Arboretum, I think it is, the Spore Spawn room. As we could very well have another required Spospo on our proverbial paws. Stars did indeed take the save. They were able to do that with the regular bombs. And no one went to the volcano or the polar bear bunny power bombs, Jay. I suspect, like myself, they're probably not extremely crazy about IBJing. But Atta Baby Miz. They also did not check Old Mother Brain or the Cavity Dental. But Stars has gotten Spospo halfway damaged into the faster movement phase, and Mithra is going to be making the same gamble. So really what they are going to need to be down here is supers. Because of the green door and the block outside of it. They have regular bombs, so they won't have to worry about power bombing these blocks. And Stars has put the Spospo to rest. Oh, and they are going for the moonfall down. Don't get it, but that is an extremely tricky moonfall. One of the and they find the vanilla Spospo supers. What do you know? It would appear this was a required Spospo seed. Unless the supers are at Green Hill Zone, in which case perhaps it was a required meme route. Yeah, they're still teaching us a thing or two about this SMRAT logic. Things like requiring screw for gauntlet and such. You are very correct, Cheese, but they also did not check a couple of the locations they could have checked with regular bombs, and those locations could have had power bombs, but E-Tank number 3 at Green Hills gives us 3-0, and Mithra still working on halfway, damaging down the Spo-Spo. We'll get to that faster phase, we'll finish the fight, and then be quite pleased with what's on the other side. And stars are a-heading on down. The logical call. Is it maybe possible? Yeah, it should be possible that first intended PBs here could be at the Alpha PBs because they have ice to get up the red tower. Stars simply has ice still turned off at the moment. Oh, Mithra is almost done with the fight. He's still going to want to watch his health just a teeny bit. Okay, and the fight is over. Stars, meanwhile, finding more missiles at Spazer. This seed is being stingy. With ice was the first item, yes, Cheese. With the ammunition here. Wild. 1 pack of supers thus far, no PBs. Alright, let's see what the Cradester is going to have to offer. Which, once again, with the regular bombs that we got at BT, thankfully, we'll be able to make our way on through Kraid's lair, through the dusty old warehouse, through the party zone. Oh, a second pack of supers, but they're power bomb locked. Oh, yeah, everything's in logic with IBJ. Quite frankly, I'm tired of hearing about it. Emotes are case sensitive, Dark. And Mithra is slinkying on down the Bryn stairs. Oh, almost closes the gate on himself again. Stars enter the crate room. Could just barely do this quick kill with the nope. You get the bad crate pattern with the rocks spitting from his mouth, and just pop 1 super on in there, and Kraid is a going to prom. And oh, super sniped by the claw nail there. Oh, so stars are going to resort to regular missiles, at least for the moment. There's a super. And, yep, employing the other... Oh, last super sniped by the claw. Employing the other, alternate strat of shooting Kraid in the tummy to get him to open his mouth, which is also a thing you can do. Yeah, you'll want to get those super drops, stars. Alright, Mithra retracing those steps, seeing Star's footprints in the floor, and 4th E-Tank, Kraid, Varia. That's what I was pointing out, Jay. A couple of those locations, including Polar Bear Bunny PBs that you also mentioned earlier, could have been best with the regular bombs. Quite frankly, Dark, if the gentleman behind the entire tournament didn't know the logic, I would be a little frightened. But there's a little high five up through the vertical door into the party zone. Mithra also finding those PB locked supers. But luckily another pack of supers, finally a second accessible pack at the Kraid Energy Tank. Oh, what's gonna be going on here with Mithra's fight? Alright, Stars is going to head on down, at least for the moment. 4 E-Tanks will make it pretty feasible for a runner of an intermediate character, or caliber, to go through the Ice Hell run at least. And pop open the high jump door. Ooh, it's supers over here. And, yep, the help of that beam combo, Stars manages to blast out the Nova and the flashing door. Now 15 supers. Just vanilla missiles at the high jump missiles. And what do we got at high jump itself? We've got... Hey, our first power bombs! Well, would you looky at that? She's claiming the call. Oh, Mithra taking Kraid to prom as well. Kraid, reliving all the classic moments in his favorite films. Carrie, Pretty in Pink, Never Been Kissed. And maybe even Jawbreaker. Oh, having a look at the Croc Escape item, it's E-Tank number 5. Escape missile. Oh, Mithra 2 is out of supers. Going to have to resort to, once again, the regular missile. Oh, but that's all it took. That's all he had left on the Kraid fight. And, Mithra foregoing Kraid's drops. Just going straight into the Varia room, grabbing that E-Tank. Cute one, Dark. Right. Where will Star's next destination turn out to be? We're doing the wall jump up the left side of bottom of Crimson Tower. And of course, this being the randomizer, that's a change that was made since the Total and Varia days. That one of those ledges there was taken out so that you can wall jump up the left side without high jump or ice and get on up there anyway. Stars do still have ice, and I doubt they've forgotten. Merely have not turned it back on yet, so it looks like we may be seeing a reverse meme route. You know what I mean, Dark. Stars? Stars, you can check the wave gate with no problem whatsoever. But looks like they want to check out Mission Impossible first. Alright, so yep, this beam combo is indeed 300 altogether, so just barely even 2 shots on those giant hoppers. There's a second pack of power bombs. Mission Impossible is quite vanilla flavored. Alright, so they'll hopefully check out the wave gate now, putting down that power bomb to, that was wise, saving the power bomb to open the wave gate door and the Mission Impossible blocks at the same time. And remembering they have wave beam. Merits from the Smoke Mistress. And what's wave gate got for us? Supers. Alright, no reason not to pick those up. Charge still at large. Marge. Okay, back on out. And Mithra is going to make a check. Stars did not. He is going to roll on over to the Ice Palace. He's got 3 energy tanks, which should probably still be enough. And he's going to have to wall jump up on here. We'll take a tidy 20 damage from the Nova, but let's Let's see what... Ooh, it pays off. Mithra finds high jump boots. There is a find. There is a movement item. There is something to go on Samus's poor bare feet. Hey, Mithra is back on out of here. He should be alright, as long as he takes this, this surfboard broom. Okay, he's out. He's fine with 57 energy. Now, if he wanted to live a bit dangerously, he could go downstairs into the cavern there and farm those enemies, but that's very dangerous. One hit from the Deskigas down there would kill him. That takes 20 from that Nova, but gets it immediately back with a big health drop. Stars, in the meantime, finding vanilla supers, and what I'm guessing was also ammo at the... at the Edakun's E-Tank. Oh, may have taken them a bit to remember, but heeded my advice. Okay. Mithra just a freeze in that yappin' maw. That's a pretty good call. If you don't want to destroy it with a super. Go ahead, regular missiles at the Edakun's PBs, and Mithra is going to grab a Sloater's refill. Now, Stars with the nice mock ball out of the Edakun's PB pocket. As Mithra almost getting that wall jump back up there, but doesn't lose too much ground. It has a bit of a time of it, making that wall jump up and around with that trajectory. And he is going on up. We have a route divergence. So Stars did not go to this area yet, did not go to the east wing. But Stars is a-coming back on down. We'll see what their next destination shall be. Perhaps the meme route. Now they are pausing to turn ice back on. So they're probably gonna, they're gonna freeze this Giga here and use it to get on up back into Blue Bryn. Mithra, meanwhile, has made way to the bottom of the east wing into Alphas. Oh. Gets nommed, but freezes all the Boyons in the process. Finds supers. Stars at the same time finds other supers at the Blue Bryn PBs. And what have we got behind Alphas? Hey, French vanilla power bombs. Alright, so that's nice. Both runners with 2 packs of power bombs now. Still no one quite in Crystal Flash range, but Mithra gets nommed again by the same Vile Eater Samus plume. Not nice. Oh, and gets nommed a 3rd time by another one. Oy, oy, oy. Yeah, again, just the thing with those really irritating Eater plume things is they don't really do much damage at all, but just the time they suck away from you is just... Oy. And we're gonna have a Billy Mays check on behalf of Stars. Oh, Jay opining that Stars will more than likely find a suit here, but unfortunately they do not get the jump through the door on that first attempt. Mithra finds yet more supers, and Stars get the jump that time. They are on up to the invisible bridge, can just shoot right straight diagonally down with the wave beam. And it's Vanilla Billy Mays. How boring. Mithra will be on up to Crateria, to the drawbridge and the landing site, and perhaps pay a little tribute to my fellow girl bear. Yeah, watch out for the sizers. That is immediate 120 damage without a suit. And Mithra is going to have a look at the moat first. And is, finding Speed Booster. There's a nice pickup. he's going to leave it alone for now. Alright. So, more than likely wanting some form of access to get over there besides just jumping. Oh. Oh. Oh, oh. Okay, on second thought, he's going to employ Spring Bulge, or try to. Not quite. Oh, meanwhile, there's E-Tank number 6, and one of the initial checks the two runners skipped, Old Mother Brain, giving us a tank count of 6 and 0. Yeah, there's no reason the logic shouldn't include just managing to jump on over to this mode item. Stars will now, even though they do not have the item Mithra just picked up, will now go have a look at what's at the Criteria Supers, and I would almost call BS on that one, missing one of those Boyons, were it not for the Wave Beam, which can do that sometimes. They will check, and they will find... Oh! Varia Suit is speed locked. Moat is indeed required to get to Norfair. What kind of heckin' Blando is this? My thoughts precisely, Bluff. Well, that's hopefully going to point Mithra in a particular direction. He will first pay tribute to Polar Bear. And also, with the help of Speed Booster, if he so desired, he could Shine Spark horizontally right through here. That is not going to happen. But he's... Mithra, you can just use regular missiles on those guys, she said, as if he could hear her. But, and it's... Oh, it's the Spazer. Mithra! Mithra? Mithra? He just realized. No, but Stars, wow, finding some good items popping up now. Screw Attack at the Cavity Dental Plan. Mithra will pause to switch that back. Nice part is, though, he may end up with Beam Go by the end of this, which, as we know, is extra swag points. Okay, Stars are on their way out to the landing site now. We might have a near high five. Yes. We do. We have a ship high five, as a matter of fact. Alright, Mithra is not going to the Gauntlet. We'll be hopefully making the play of plays, heading straight on down. Oh, good job, Mithra. You're getting warmer. You're getting warmer. You're... Okay, you're gonna grab this. This is actually good. You'll get your Screw Attack. Stars is heading to the Gauntlet, pulling off the wall jumps. No boots, so Screw Attack I don't think should affect these wall jumps that much, but I could be mistaken on that. But Stars elect to turn it off for the purpose of these jumps. And it visually affects them. No, Mithra, you're getting colder! You're getting colder! Mithra! Oh, man. Oh, that hurts to see. But, shout out to Fry Guy. As... Oh, Mithra is also making the Gauntlet play. Perhaps after this he'll be in the mood for some Climb Super. Stars, the first one into the Gauntlet. No problem whatsoever with Screw Attack. Just blow right through all of this nonsense. And they find missiles at the front side item. The back side, the back of Gauntlet will be an equal surprise, as we could not check it earlier. We did not have PBs until Norfair. So, Mithra will want to take this play this a little close to the proverbial vest. He is at 169 health. And missiles and supers at the back of Gauntlet, and that acid drains ridiculously quickly without a suit. Thanks, Seed. Let's have a... Well, I see someone thought a lot of me when laying out these commands. So, Darkrid, it was you who rolled this nonsense. And Mithra. Oh, that kind of sucks. Well, it's not the worst item to miss out on. There's more supers. Mithra has 25 supers, so that's pretty good thus far. And Stars are about to make their play of plays as they go find this, and they will know exactly where to go after that. No, Mithra, go down, go down! Once Stars see this, that's better, Dark. A few more arm pumps of frustration there. And moonwalk back into the door. Make the jump nicely. And I suspect we'll head straight on back and down to the Criteria Climb. So... Mithra already knows what is at... Oh, he's heading back the same way. Oh, no, Stars is not going for the Varia suit immediately. Stars are not going for the Varia. They are sparking across, and they are checking out the ocean item next. Oh. Okay, Mithra is going for the short charge as well. Oh, bonks and... Whoa! Hello there. I have seen gravity there before, a couple times. In fact, gravity has a way of showing up quite often, either in the wrecked ship or in the surrounding crateria. That's pretty wild. Now, though, without high jump and only speed, Star's jump height is going to be stunted some. So they might have to head on back a little ways. The little bit of an advantage Mithra has is that he checked ice and got high jump. So, and yeah, Mithra, you gotta tap your direction first and then jump. And Stars get the spark across the... Oh, Mithra got up onto the top step there, but he just lost the charge. Stars make the spark on across the West Ocean. Mithra is bonking a plenty here. Just vanilla missiles. At the wrecked ship, dead missiles. Time shall tell, Fry Guy. Time shall but tell. Looks as though Mithra has reloaded the room, and he's going to start anew. And he may be getting the hang of... Ooh. Well, I think he's at least getting the hang of how to not immediately bonk on the first step. Stars into their Fantoon... Oh, Mithra almost had that. Ah. He is coming so close. Alright, now Stars, unfortunately, will still have to rely pretty much on Dopplers for Fantoon without charge. With charge, they could have had a number of fun and interesting options. Regular charge shots with a full beam combo, ice shields, plasma shields, or X Factors. But not golden showers. I was about to say golden showers are the least powerful of the special beam attacks anyway, but that's not quite true. Ice shields are the least powerful. Each ice shield particle does 90 damage for a total of 360 if all 4 hit. Golden shower particles, of which there are 2, hit for 300 damage each. And Mithra is coming so close. I want him to get this so bad. Oi. Stars handling things adequately enough thus far. things with... Oh, they enrage Fantoon, but no worries, they have screw attack, and even if they didn't, each hit with the gravity suit will only be 10 damage. Fantoon and his flames all counting as enemies, and thus... Mithra gets it! Mithra gets the spark across! And he will, presumably, head on down to the ocean item. I sure hope. And he will find gravity, and he will find that he has to get to the wrecked ship after all. Stars. Ending the Fantoon fight. Nice and tidy. And Mithra speed boosts across the bottom of the ocean. No height stunted with high jump boots. And we might have another little bit of a high five here, almost. As... Oh, close, but no banana. Stars will be into Stars will be into wrecked ship east side supers to find power bombs first. That'll bring them to 15 and put them in crystal flash range, should it be necessary. And what awaits at west side supers? What awaits us but missiles? The Stars leaps for them, but then decide, on second thought. Which is a bit funny, because when it's missiles waiting for you in a room, the first thing you see, before the room even lights up, is the gleam of the tip of the missiles. Oh, and Stars are Ashdering it out of here. That's all they are going to need and have a look at here. Oh. Could be a couple more interesting things in the rest of wrecked ship and upper criteria's items, but Stars now know exactly where to go. Big advantage having been taken over Mithra just now, and we'll see how much else they check. In the meantime, I suspect Mithra will probably check all of wrecked ship and the surrounding area. Stars is, doubling back almost for a moment there, and, oh, interesting, charging up Spark and jumping into the ship with it. So when they fill up and pop back out, if the timing is tight and right enough, they'll be able to spark straight on up from the ship. And that's a... Whoa! Stars just barely making it up there without bonking, also paying homage to Polar Bear Bunny. Mithra, done with a fanny pack fight. Oh, bonkers on Star's account. Tried the horizontal spark, didn't quite work. Didn't quite, and I almost grabbed the spacer as well, just at the last moment, just like with those missiles. On second thought. So, Stars, I suspect, will be heading straight back to the Criteria climb now. Oh, Mithra with beautiful Dopplers. Really a talent and strength of his. And, oh, Stars with a nice screw moonfall. Nice screw fall there down the parlor, which will work in that circumstance. Will wipe out all the enemies, and as well with the climb here, which will take them straight on. Stars? Stars. there you go. Which will take them straight on down to the floor, which perhaps they forgot momentarily after knocking out all the pirates. Alright, and this should be muscle memory. That's a blue door. Oh, Power Bomb will not open that. Oh, and very nicely done, running straight across and freezing all 4 Boyons. That takes some semi-tight timing. That's the intermediates and pros strat to rush this room pretty much. Jay speaks the truth. Mithra could find Beamgo in one of these surrounding regions. That would put him back in this race a good bit, I would say. The vanilla energy tank. At wreck chip E, that's half the E tanks. 7 and O. They are called Boyons, yes, Ploff. Okay, I am paying too much attention to chat right now. Mithra is back on through the spiky room of death. Takes no death and no damage at all, as in point of fact. Star is returning back on down the drawbridge to the red tower, where it is looking like they'll have a peek at the alpha and beta items. Mithra indeed heading on up, north into the wrecked ship, to the attic, inhabited by key hunters and atomics. Screw attack showing itself once again to be the goddess Sen that it is. And Mithra, okay, making an interesting call here. He's killing all the enemies and then opening the east side door to the hub first. Which means, in order to get back out, he's going to have to kill all the enemies again, but not such a big deal at all with Screw Attack. The only thing that could make it easier, really, is Space Jump being over here. Which it is not. It is supers. Jay calling the vanilla Ridley beam. Oh ho ho! Star is pulling the exact same strat Ashter just pulled in the last race. And similarly, just narrowly avoiding being nommed by the last one. Oh, but does not evade nommage there on the way out. Okay. So yes, Mithra just screws everything in this room. I know for a fact that Mithra enjoys a good screw, as he heads on down and around to backstage bowling alley, have a peek at the reversed item, its missiles. Once you can spell my name correctly, you can lecture. Alright, Mithra is not gonna have a... Yes, he is. He is gonna have a look at the sky item. He is going to find supers. Okay. It is fair. It's very fair enough. And going to immediately employ one of those supers to blast open this crater maze hole and find another E-tank. That'll be E-tank 8. M. No, he's going to collect it. It looked like he was going to turn down that tank on the first pass through. Star is now fully suited up, has no reason to go to Meridia just right now. Well, unless they want Space Jump. But they're heading straight on down into Norfair. Might elect to check any number of things down here before heading down to the Riddler. And they are going for ice first. We know they will be rewarded with this. This will pay off big time in the form of some PF Flyers and Air Jordans. And Reebok High Tops and all that good stuff. Mithra, on the other hand, meanwhile, is going bowling. Will the Chozo this time hit a strike or a gutter ball? Or a 7-10 split? Or a spare? Or a solid pocket? What will the frame yield? The Chozo will... Oh! Drop the bowling ball right on its foot. Ouch. It's not wearing protective foot gear, as Samus now is. That's gotta hurt. Alright, are we going to locate at the bowling alley missile item? Just supers. Both runners do have speed. Mithra checked out the reverse item previously, so he's got the power bomb selected, but he's not gonna do it. He's not gonna blow up the Chozo statue. Yeah. Supers at the crumble shaft. Stars will horizontally spark on over. And missiles at gravity. Mithra will deftly hop right over and avoid. Yeah, once again, Dark, when you learn to spell things correctly, then you can point out the... Alright, where's Stars heading? They do... Oh! I hate when I do that. They do not have supers selected, so might not be going to Croc just now. Oh, little extra moment for that block to spawn again. Varia was at Criteria Climb Supers, actually, Zeb. Yep, no Croc love just now. Stars are moving on. Donut have space jump, but we'll see. We'll see when they get over here if they want to handle this with a gravity jump. Oh, this may not be the desirable path to get to Lower Norfair, but they do have both supers, so these spikes will only do 15 damage per hit. And, of course, the Ice Beam coming in handy again, freezing them. And Myth making the goddess play. He will be very pleased with what we've got here. And he too freezes all 4 Boyons running across, but does not quite get the charge immediately. So he's going to have to freeze them again, which he does successfully the second time. Gets the charge. He's up. And what do you know? Little hiccup there. And Stars with a beautiful gravity. All the way straight on up, just enough height to make it up onto there, and Samus to land her toes on the edge of the ledge. Grabbing the elevator save as Myth now as well, totally suited up, ready for action. Mithra here gonna find yes, an energy tank number 6. Let's see what Stars wants to do down here in Lower Norfair, besides eliminate a pesky pterodactyl dragon pelican creature. No screw GT check. Stars say screw that. We are moving straight on. They have a few methods of getting up Worst Room. They have high jump for the wall jump. They also have bombs. And Ice Beam to, oh no, sorry, I scratched that. I take that back. They need charge to freeze those pirates. And they are going for the wall jump, and get it! Nice, second first try. Each and every time. Mithra going very late meme route. Yes. Needing to knock out all 3 giant hoppers to get that door open. Oh, no community loyalty there, but can't say I totally blame Stars. They're on up through the amphitheater, and again, nobody's... And there is a reason you are given screw attack at the point you are in the vanilla game. It really is arguably the item to have down here. So, where will Mithra choose to go? 2 has his pick of paths, and will probably select Lower Norfair as well. Perhaps checking 1 or 2 things on the way. He might also want space jump. Stars is going to be shameful, at least a bit. And, oh, yes, indeed, shame on the Stars. Picking up supers for a total of 55. Grand total of 55 capacity. Now holding 53. It'll certainly be more than enough to take down the Riddler. And interesting, Mithra has gone for Meridia. Finds X-Ray at the Main Street Missiles and Vanilla Sizer Supers. I guess he does probably want Space Jump. And or Grapple and or X-Ray. If he wants X-Ray, he there. Oh, he wants these supers. That was a really nice jump and morph right into the little hole there to get to these supers. Going to pause for a moment to do some farming just before meeting the big fella. And Mithramiz looks like he's going to pay a call on a turtle. That's how it's a-looking. Yeah, one more over, Mithra. There you go. Now you can jump all the way down. And Stars is in. Into their third boss fight. This will not be IBO. Not at all. Mithra finds just missiles at Kame/Totori/MT's E-Tank and E-Tank at the missiles. French Vanilla Mama Turtle. That gives us a tank count of 9 and 0. We still have not seen a single reverse tank. Interesting. But we're about to have a moment of truth here on Mithra. That stupid frozen pirate hitbox again, standing on air on top of it. And we're going to have a moment of truth shortly, presuming the rest of this fight goes smoothly enough. We are going to see if we have a vanilla Ridley beam, or a reverse tank, or something else. Whoa, okay! Stars makes it through the fight and pays a nice tribute to Wild Anaconda in the process. Sweet. You and me both. Well, looky there. What are we Synced reverse tanks. Mithra picks up his at the beach. Stars ignore theirs. Okay. And just like that, our tank count is 9 and 2. Mithra is also gonna check out the watering hole. Apparently really wants that space jump, and I have seen it pop up at the watering hole a couple times in SMRAT here. It's not this time, though. Just ammo, just soups and peeps. And, I've seen Space Jump be vanilla a number of times in Rando League races, but I'm not sure I've ever seen it in an SMRAT. There's a first time for many things. Let's see it, Mithra. Gonna head on over to Dr. Dre now. Let's take a peeky-boo. I see you. Alright, Stars back up Wasteland. Just taking time, pulling out all the mega desks. As Mithra ducks into the aqueduct. And is going to grab a save. Which is normally an indicator of a chargeless Botwoon fight if the runner may not feel confident in their ammo situation. In this case, it's going to be some item checks, first at least. There's another super at the Aqueduct Missiles. And double supers as Star Missiles at the Fireflies. Are not interested. What will Mithra? Will Mithra go down the sand pit? It appears he will not. he is heading on up. Moving on up to the east side. Moving on up. Alright. Stars again finding just missiles at the power bombs in jail. We'll have a look at the Alcoon missiles. Oh, and find E-Tank number 10. As those of you with game audio will be hearing this piece of score for the second time, actually, as I believe both of our... Yes, it was all but required. Both of our runners went to Spo to get the supers, and Spo's music being identical to Botwoon's, the only time in the game you hear them. And just more missiles at Franker Musketeers. Speaking of missiles, the same at Botwoon's E-Tank. Stars are out of Lower Norfair. They're still lacking a bit in ammo for the final fight. They could play this certainly either of the two ways. They could commit to finding charge or commit to ammo all the way. They're still checking items, so it's gonna be a semi-necessary thing to keep checking items along the way. Hey, more supers. All right. Well, now I believe they have enough. Pending a bit of a refill back at the missile station. That should pretty much do it ammo-wise. It'll be a little tight, but we're checking the wave item as well to find power bombs. More supers at the precious missiles for Mithra. And here comes boss number 3 on the Miz's side. And let's see some vanilla space jump. How about it? I'm in the mood for vanilla. Blasting out the turrets with supers. The nice quick way. Do so. And don't recall if Stars checked speed or the Norfair reverse area, but looks like that's all they're checking. They are piecing on out. Still no love for the old 8-eyed croc. As opposed to the 3-eyed croc, or the 27-eyed croc. Mithra is doing away with the shrimp with ammo in the belly. Slow swoops. Quick swoop. Is employing a power bomb to clear the way of the goo of the Dragon Boyons. And you don't want to know about the one-eyed croc. You mean Psy-Croc, Frey-Guy? Oh! Alright. I'll go sit in the corner for that one for 5 minutes and think about what I just said. Stars is into Meridia. It's back into Main Street as Mithra takes down the Meridian boss. And Mithra is going to grab Main Street item. It's X-Ray. That's... Oh! As... Well, that's not Space Jump, but it helps. So... While still not having charge, there's a good chance Stars will check behind Dragon. As that's pretty much just a free check, and pending only that, it's their race to lose at this point. Dragon stole Ridley's beam, yet again. That's not the first time we've seen that happen, my gentlemen and germs. Oh. Where the bloody is Space Jump? Mithra must be asking that question as he's painfully making way through the stupid, annoying Coliseum. I do believe we have found everything except that and a grapple. Frey Guy, I believe only grapple is required for this. Oh, well, High jump and or space jump might be required as well, but I was saying grapple as opposed to going over to the other pants leg and doing the ice Puyo clip. Okay, this is an interesting call. Stars is going to grab the aqueduct save, as Mithra has returned to the aqueduct himself, is now leaving. And looks like we're going to see... Oh, of course. My silly Smokey. Stars have not done the Meridia bosses yet. So they're making the same, taking the same safety procedure as Mithra did, in case this bot wound fight chances to go downhill. Okay. Mithra, having one boss left to do, in the rest of what is IBO. Say, hopefully, Pelican Brief. As well, still waiting around Lake Erie, Stars is dealing with a persistently irritating bot wound. Sneck. Trying to preserve those last 4 supers, switching to missiles, and that'll do it. Sneck down. Alright. Oh, Mithra. Mithra freezing the B-toms there. Pretty sure that was not intentional. Oh. I am getting thirsty. ASMR time. Ah, yummy, refreshing. Now, Mithra is, appears is going for a Norfair reverse check. Don't believe we saw Stars come in here previously, so don't know what will be awaiting Mithra here, but just vanilla missiles for that first one. And Stars pulling off some nice spike D-boosts through the Coliseum to help them out. And we get a vanilla reverse tank at Bubble Mountain R. That gives us a count of 10 and 3. Oh, Darkrid pointing out, I must have missed that. Stars killed Botswoon and then immediately rushed out before the pillar fell. Then, yeah, they will have to sink through the quicksand or fight the Sneck again. Luckily for Stars, should they just do the smart, easy, wise thing and check behind Dragon, a second Botswoon fight would theoretically be no problem whatsoever. Mithra is also going to have a look at speed over here. Maybe the rest of all of Bubble Mountain. You see, still just really wants the space jump. Of course, there are still a couple spots, at least one, I don't think we've checked for space jump. I don't think we've checked waterway yet. And... oh, Mithra. Mithra slowing down at the wrong moment there. Drops in the lava, but lava that doesn't hurt one iota with gravity suit on. There's E-tank number 11. Boy. Stars? Stars! Oh my goddess. Well, I guess I shouldn't react, so it was a totally free check. On the other hand, Stars have 4575, more than enough. Yeah, it just would have been quite satisfying to see the check. And it's even possible Star's reaction, and maybe some arm pumping and super jacking and that kind of thing. Door transitions aren't free. That's once again showing yourself to be opinionated and wrong, Dark. Yep. Nothing left. That's fine. I was presuming the same thing, Fry Guy. I think Mithra just really wants space jump. Has not found it, and might just check Croc first. He perhaps does not have any confidence in his lava dive or grav jump abilities. Yep, so it looks like we're gonna get some Croc love after all. Right, so you know what to do. Door down, and boom. And this can be a one-shot Croc. Yep. That'll be that. What is Mithra gonna find? It's gonna find just missiles here. Oh, Pluff. Do slam down that Croc button on Mithra's tracker. He's figuring that space jump probably has to be here. Although, as I noted previously, don't think we've seen Waterway yet. So... Oh, you were gonna wait until full death. I see. Well, now you can do it. Yeah, Stars with the logical refill. Choosing not to save at the ship. I'd have elected the same. And Mithra with the good call to knock out those gamuts and run across as the drops appear. That way the gamuts will not reappear and screw up your day. Finds E-Tank number 12 at the Croc PBs, giving us 12 and 3. The rectangle pattern is not full yet, not until we find that space jump. And it's not going to be in the cosine room. Cosine room is disappointingly vanilla. And Stars pops on through the still somehow clouded over gateway to G4. And look at that. There's no cutscene. Who saw that coming? Alright, so Mithra is gonna bonk. That looked like it really hurts his hand. Oh, pardon me. Yeah, you're gonna need to get a little further out. I'm sure he's aware of that now. Not quite that far, but there it is. Shooting up at it. It is. There's the item he needed, and that'll get it for him. Bada boom. Now, it's totally up to him whether he wants to check the grapple item or just piece right on out of here. I don't think he is. Yeah, he's leaving. That's all he needed. It is now straight on down to Norfair with him. As Stars, get latched on in their fourth and final Metroid route. But with the help of regular bombs, no worries, no issues, no problem. And past the two sandhoppers, Past the dust-petrified Terizo, as the rest of the dust enemies. Pausing to turn off Varia, so we won't see a baby here, or baby skip attempt. Stars just, well, turned off the wrong suit if they wanted to damage themselves down faster on the hopper there. I'm pretty sure Mithra had less than full confidence in his ability to grav jump or to lava dive to get to Lower Norfair. So that's my best guess. Or yes, and like Dark was starting to point out, he also wanted a good easy way up worst room in the game. For my part, I always make sure I have jump along with everything else because I hundo everything, and on the way down to Lower Norfair, once in Lower Norfair, space jump is required to collect one of the items. Yes, I just covered that, Dark. Alright. No one does that in Rando, though, so... Mithra is a straight-on... Ooh. Makes a nice 50 damage from the Lower Norfair Pirate. But he has the crazy combo along with everything else except the other two HUD items. He knows where one of them is, and it's not even going to be necessary. But I guess we never found Grapple. I'll have to rely on the spoiler log to tell us what that is. Oh, and Star's taking a page from the Smoky book, turning, you might say, turning Screw Attack right back on immediately as soon as the Ice Zepatite skip is complete. And there's a quick and easy MB1. Freezing the Rinkas, freezing the Piscettios, putting them away, and then boom. Just going to town. This should be a pretty okay fight. I don't see Stars a ton of supers on this. And if they miss a few, they have some regular missiles for leeway. But yeah, should be pretty straightforward. Mithra is grabbing the Santo Poco save. Perhaps a bit intimidated by the prospect of the Ridley fight. Mithra, unlike Stars by this point, is fully aware that the Ridley beam will not be vanilla. Stars still does not even know where... do not even still know where charge is. Mithra not going to be shameful about this. Mithra indeed has beam go, so that's a that's a nice win for all of us. And he'll be able to rely on full beam combo shots to help him deal with Ridley, as well as the Dojo Pirates here. 900 damage per shot to wipe out the 1800 health Dojo Pirates with 2 shots. We can... nice. And a wild baby appears, latches onto a wild mother brain. Latches onto a wild Samasaran. Hey, Mithra is not gonna stop to... oh, yes he is. He is gonna stop to farm a bit at least, using the screwing method of farming. And I just wanted to blow the Ghidorah open first. Oh, poor Metroid baby. I don't know about y'all, but I, for one, did not see that coming. And Stars pulling another swaggy little Michael Jackson to the corner of the room as the hyper beams get underway. The walled off corner of the membrane. And that's gonna do it. MB3 down, and all that's left for Stars is a quick and easy escape. Now the question is, Stars have not seen a dot done, and they are big proponents of saving the animal. So will it happen? I think the chances are really about 50-50. Maybe 60-40. And a straightforward vertical spark. Okay, Dark's got money on this. I'll take a piece of that action, Dark. Or I would, rather, if I didn't pretty much agree with you. Last Moonfall for Stars on Down Escape Room 4. Oh, I see. Dark has established this was cleared in the SRL. I must have come into the room after that, but Mithra has put away the pelican, taken out the pterodactyl, dispatched the dragon, and we'll be doing the wise thing and not checking out what's behind Ridley. Oh, Stars is going for the animal spark, and they get it. Sweet. Nicely done. The animals are saved. Stars are up, on, out. Back to the landing site, hopping in the ship. Finish with a time of 1 hour, 20 minutes, 5 seconds. So you know what to get on in there. Looks like Mithra will be continuing on. Mithra's floating back up Santo Poco. And of course, look at the right side of Star's screen right there. There go the animals. Let's see if Stars would like to pop on in. Most likely will pop on in, say a quick hello, whatnot. Well, that was quick. I just typed in interview ? In the SRL, and bada boom.
I just got the stream open. I heard you say that, so I figured I'd go ahead and get Discord open.
Oh, well.
That was a seed. Thank you.
Yeah. Oh, so number of things going through your mind, I imagine. Finding one particular item location.
Yeah, well, first would be the power box. Going into Crade, I started thinking, okay, I know I skipped 230. It's not likely that 230 would have been power bombs, but I kept thinking, what if it was? And so I knew I had to go back. I had to find out. And once I found the power bombs and high jump boots, and there was a lot of things to check along the way. And then finally, when I got into Billy Mays, I figured that was my point where I had to make a decision of going up, or going to Red Tower. And I decided I'd go up, get 230, and then do the gauntlet, check, and then go from there. But I got into the climb. I was like, oh yeah, sometimes there's a suit here, and we haven't found any suits at all, or any real, progression stuff, other than like, I think Ice and Wave at the time were the only. So, oh, and then I just thought, okay, I should check this. I've got Ice, I can get across it easy, no risk of dying, and that knowledge would be good to have. And I'm glad I did. Indirect ship, I debated whether or not I was going to check things, because I still wanted high jump boots or space jump to get through West Room in the game. I did not want to IBJ. Worst case scenario, I think I could have frozen a pirate if I had found charge. But I still wanted one of those, and I thought, okay, I'm gonna take the gamble that it's not direct ship, and if I have to IBJ, I have to IBJ. I'll figure it out. But luckily, I didn't.
Yeah, you and I both. I avoid never.
I've been practicing since the race I had with Snake, where I had to get up to Gauntlet with IBJs, and I had so much trouble. And playing the Lower Norfair theme music was a tip someone posted in the Discord, and that actually.
Oh
really
yeah, I
help.
remember that. I remember seeing that too. So, would you like to know where any particular items were?
Well, I see that Mithra found charge, and
He did.
Jump, so
He did.
Where were those at? I'm guessing Croc. Croc is lit up.
Well, yeah, Space Jump was at Indy Jones, so that's a nice taunty trolly place to put Space Jump. But luckily he had speed boosters, so it just sparked. Yeah. Charge was behind Dragon.
Oh, okay. I had all the ammo. I had everything.
Yeah, you did.
Charge at that point, so.
Yeah, we reacted a little bit at first when you bypassed that one, but well, 45-75. That's fine. So
once I had 60, I knew I had enough with just a little bit to spare. But I was like, okay, I need to farm before bot loon, and there just happened to be 2 super packs up in the aqueduct. So I was like, yeah, this is plenty.
And the one item neither of you had, vanilla. Mithra went the pantry, got the space jump, and just left. So no grapple for him, no grapple for you.
What would be the pantry?
Oh, the pantry. You know, the big pre-grapple room.
Oh, okay.
Past Croc with Indy Jones in it.
Okay. Wow. Okay. Yeah, I was surprised not to see grapple somewhere. Usually we get to see that in these seeds, but once I found high jump boots, that was my go mode, and even before that I was kind of in go mode, not counting ammo. So I was really excited about this at Racing Mithra. You know, he's been hyped about this too, so I had a really good race here. I was really excited the whole time. My heart was pounding near the end. You know, where's that dot done?
Oh yeah, both individuals I consider good buddies of mine in this community. And so were you wondering about the logic throughout this seed at all?
I don't know. After a certain point, I just kept thinking, okay, what can I do, instead of what does the logic want me to do?
Yeah, there was a discussion going on in chat for a while about this one, like how exactly is this seed's logic supposed to work, you know? And Mithra doing the quick thing, turning off both suits to jump into the hopper and take off 80 damage a pop.
We thought it only mattered with Varia, but I guess that's for the baby specifically and not the hopper. Oh well.
Oh yeah, no, the hopper is an enemy, so.
Okay. That's good information.
Yeah. We keep learning new things all the time. Newer runners and sometimes the veteran runners as well.
So I'm going to guess it was that how I ended up just go moding at a certain point, and going down to Ridley first and then Dragon, that gave me the time advantage here because he's got a lot of items that would have made things easier.
Well, yeah, he did spend a lot of time item hunting, and as a result picked up just about everything. The deal is, you found Varia first. And
I was surprised about that.
yeah, and Mithra found speed first. He went over to the moat. So then he went to the polar bear bunny power bombs and the gauntlet, and it actually took him a while to find Varia. So that was a big turning point on the scales. And then yeah, you also went down to Ridley and then back up doing Dragon last, and he did Ridley last. So there
Yeah, I
you go.
look forward to match 2 because it's just about the way the plays you make the difference between me and him on this. Like,
Right.
if he had found Varia early on, because if he found speed first and he'd went over that way, it found Varia first, it might have been a different game.
Very true. He's struggling a little with the Zebetite skip. He's setting
Yeah, it can be really tough to get that, especially like on some controllers. It can be really hard to get just a tiny little jump that you
and that was
need.
a yeah. You just really have to tap that jump button like as easy as you can. And that was a little
There he
weird. He
goes.
got himself wedged up in the thing. Yeah, just before that one. Good job, Mithra.
We were talking in the SRL about the animals, and I was like, "You want to make a deal to both save the animals?" Because I like to save the animals, but if I haven't seen that dot done, I might be thinking, "Okay, am I gonna lose to that?" But he said he always likes to save them, so I went down there and I was just like, "Man, I'm gonna kick myself if this dot done happens while I'm saving the animals."
Oh yeah, so Dark laid out for us in the chat. Freyguy, your question. When you come into the membrane room here, you jump, as far as you can across the gap to get to the Zebetite. Then if you have wave, you can aim down and freeze it. If you don't, you crouch underneath and freeze it. Then get on top of it and take the damage while it's frozen, and that's when you just barely tap the jump button to spin jump into and on top of it. And there's our alert for the next match, courtesy of Nightbot and Stratbot. Two more friends of mine, Everil Johnson and Ravens Grimm.
Oh, that's really soon too.
Yep. 5 p.m. EST. So as much as I enjoy them, be calming that one. It's not like the other night when my voice could get through 2 at once, back to back. Oh yeah, a lot of these have yet to be scheduled.
Yeah, we talk about our vision sometimes with this community, and because of it, we get a lot of headaches, and so it's hard for us to say, "Oh, I can do 2 in a row for sure." Like today, I could actually do a second one, but some of my other races, there was no way I could have done a second one after. So I always just do the one just to be safe.
Oh yeah, well, sounds like a good, fair policy.
Yeah, and I know Mithra's been dealing with some stuff, real life keeping him busy, so we had to reschedule once already. But hopefully we'll be able to get the next one in pretty soon because this was a really good one, I feel like, and I look forward to match 2.
Oh, so as I'm sure do we all. And in what is referring to in RL, that being real life, not to be random. But Mithra has taken down achieved MB2, is now just standing in the corner firing off that hyper beam. And yeah, and he also, as you see, there jumped right into the spacer, which yes, was at Polar Bear's power bombs,
Yeah.
I think.
I
And
I almost went into it. You know, I think
oh
someone else
yeah,
said it really well when they said, I just saw it as a major item. It's like, oh, grab it, and then you realize what it is, and you change your mind.
yeah. You see it's a beam at first, and then you see the color and the level beam. The same thing it looked like happened when you jumped into the wrecked ship West Side Super's room and just saw there was a missile there and almost leapt right into that one, then changed your
Yeah,
mind.
well, if I have 15 normally in a rando and I see another pack, I'll consider picking up for 20. However, I remembered I had regular bombs, so 15 was more than I needed, and that was just in case I needed a crystal flash.
There's a question for you in the chat from Frey Guy. I've begun saying "are" using the plural conjugation of verbs. That's makes sense to me. You go ahead.
Either is going to be perfectly acceptable. Like when I get here on voice and stuff, you hear the singular pronouns. But if you're using starisms with yes or stars with yes, that's all that really matters. And everyone in this community has been very accepting. And whenever I point anything out, they're just like, okay, got it. So that's wonderful. You've all been really good, and I appreciate that you asked that. Mithra saving the animals, yay!
Yep, both keeping the pact. Nicely done. You walked out of there, should I say, sparked out of there with the animal spark, which is always
That
very
was
cool to see.
that was that was the second time I've got it. I've never gotten that. Like I never practiced it. I just whenever I say the animals, I would try it, and I got it. I think it was when I raced Energetic. I'd already lost, so I didn't worry about it. I saved the animals, and I had to charge the spark a second time, but this time I got it all in one go, and I was really excited about that.
Alright, Mithra is done. Jumped on the ship. His time, 1 hour, 34 minutes, 52 seconds. So, once again, spam those good old GGs in there. Frey guys, of course, meaning good gauntlet. And, I guess Mithra might stop in as well for a few words.
Alrighty, I'd hang around so I can tell him GG, and then I'll drop out so you can interview him.
You can feel free to co-interview him. If you would rather step, that's and you're. So you walked away from this one with 45%.
Yeah, it's not surprising. When you have to pick up a bunch of ammo, half of that is ammo. I think
So
if you pick up 40 and 60, that's 18 pickups. And that's like the minimal optimal amount of ammo.
hey,
GG.
and a wild Miz appears. Or does he? He's not muted. Well, yeah, the one of the only places that Miz?
There we go. Is this thing working now?
Hey.
Ah, yes. Greetings, welcome, all that jazz.
Yeah, thank you very
And
much.
I hear myself echoing. Oh, right. Well, yeah, I was just about to say the only thing you didn't was go to Shack Tool, and that would have enabled Ploff to press every single button on your tracker, which might just be a record. I don't know.
Yeah, I get stuck without the space jump. I just cannot get into Lower Norfair, so I was searching everywhere for it. I was really grateful I didn't have to go to Shack Tool.
Yeah,
I was
so
also searching for space jump or high jump. I could do it with high jump, but space jump would have let me get up there too, and I got lucky finding high jump first.
Well, luckily, high jump was in a pretty close proximity location. So Mithri, do you then not feel especially confident about your skills to lava dive or grav jump?
Yeah, I think in practice I've only been able to do the lava dive with the gravity suit lava dive once or maybe twice, so I'm really uncomfortable with it. And I think with the amount of time I actually spent searching for space jump, it would have been better just to at least go and try a few times before. But I was really afraid it was going to be in waterway since I skipped that.
Yeah, nobody checked waterway. I guess it ended up just being a tank of some sort. And, well, I always do say practice makes pretty darn okay. So, I mean, you pulled off some grav jumps in Meridia, and they got you eventually where you needed to go, so keep at it.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Any thoughts about this seed as a whole?
I think I would have liked to have more progression items earlier. It was really a fluke that I went to go check Varia, because I normally never check that place, and I don't know why. I just got kind of a hunch to go down there and check that at the climb. But yeah, definitely a space jump earlier would have been helpful. I was really nervous when I was running out of places to check, and then I was having problems with my controller getting the early super speed mock ball.
Oh yeah. Well, there was nothing especially ZV shattering back there.
Well, that's a relief.
Yeah, I think it was all missiles except for plasma.
Yeah, luckily plasma was up front.
It was right there on the floor, so. Oh yeah, Fry Guy pointing out some of the items there were pretty hidden. But you went through and got them all. The only thing you didn't get was vanilla grapple beam, actually. So.
I was really hoping that was going to be in the precious room, but when it wasn't, I was like, well, I guess I have enough supers to do.
Yeah, I used to dread having to fight Dragon with ammo, and now it's just mildly annoying.
I just remembered, I'm really glad I farmed a bit of HP before Ridley, because I ended that Ridley fight with like 70 health, and I farmed about a tank, or maybe a little bit more than a tank, outside of Ridley. I didn't need the ammo at the time, I just needed the HP, I felt like. I'm really glad I did that.
Yeah, I was lucky enough to have a pretty clean Ridley fight, but I guess in the end it didn't matter. Congratulations to Stars. It was really, really a pleasure to race you. I have a lot of respect for you, and it was just really fun to do. So.
Thank you. That means a lot. And I was really excited for this match. I felt like, if I made the wrong plays, I felt like you could beat me. So I was nervous. And even going into the animals, I was like, I'm expecting that dun to hit just before mine.
Oh, well. Yeah, I want to give you credit too, Miz, as you popped up to the you guys both did the little tribute to Polar Bear and went up to the volcano there, and you kind of jumped right into Spacer, and there was a little rage there in the end, but you walked away with Beam Go, and everyone wants to give you credit for that, I'm sure.
Well, thank you very much. I jumped into it and I was like, dang it, I already have plasma. What am I doing?
We almost went for it. We just saw a major item and we're like, let's get it. And then, no, no, we don't. We don't want that. It's beam, and we have all the beams we want.
I did that with a Kappa tank as well. I jumped into it and I was like, oh, dang it, I have plenty of energy.
Yeah, we only saw one of those, we think.
There were 3 found between the two of you. There was one at the beach missiles, so Miz found that. At the same time, you found the one at Ridley Stars, and then Miz also found one at Norfair Reverse, a vanilla one.
If I having got bombs, I thought there's a really high chance Ridley's got charged, and so
Dragon had Ridley's beam.
I know. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna get any supers along the way. As long as I have enough to take care of Ridley, I can get more after. and thinking just in case he does have charge, because I had all the beams early on, or enough of the beams early on, and yeah, I think because ice, then plasma, and then wave was at charge actually. So I just kept thinking, okay, Ridley, give me the beam. You gotta have the beam, Ridley, and he didn't.
He had the worst thing you could possibly have hoped to have seen. Oh well.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and drop out. I had a really good race. GG Mithra. I look forward to scheduling our next one. Thanks, Smokey, for commentating, Pluff for tracking, Dark Red on the restream. You know, make sure to give all these
Oh
people
yeah.
follow
I'll put the commands in.
thank you. They all do a lot of work behind the scenes, and you know, and I'll volunteer here and there. And I think everyone but Smokey is running in this tournament too. So you know, expect to see them running.
That is
All right.
true.
I'll see you all next time.
Thanks again, Stars. I appreciate the race. It was a lot of fun.
All right. Well, anything more than Miz?
I just want to say, echo what Stars said, and thank all the people behind the scenes. Being a participant of the races and a restreamer and stuff like that, I know all the work that goes into it. Huge shout out to Smokey. I've been just so thrilled with the comms that you give every single time. It's entertaining, it's informative, and I just love you to pieces, and I mean that from the bottom of my heart. But thanks to chat.
Back at you.
Thank you. And thanks to chat and everybody for watching. I look forward to the next race. So we'll see you next mission.
Oh yeah, all the people behind the scenes. That does include become an integral part of the stream team. And there's Fry Guy with his Choco. Oh, and we're rating. We are rating Benergetic. Well, alright. Sweet dreams, everybody. This is the Smoke Mistress saying goodbye, lots of love. Ta-ta.